Here we go. How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. I've got to start this one with a massive thank you. Guys, we just reached 25,000 subscribers here at the Baldcafe YouTube. We did a 2K Q&A when we were back in China. We did a 5K Q&A, and here we are with the 25K Q&A. I asked for your questions over on Instagram and on the communities tab here on YouTube. Guys, thank you so much for all of your questions. I'm really looking forward to answering them. The timestamps for different questions will be in the comment section. Let's start with our first question from Nalba. He asks, do you think bald looks are getting popular? I do think that the bald look is getting popular. Yeah, it's very popular. You see it everywhere nowadays. Now, the next question comes from Ravi. He asks, how did you first decide to help others overcome this hair loss, right? I know what worked for me, okay? I know how bad I felt when my hair was falling out, okay? When I was going through that balding stage, it felt terrible. And I also know what worked for me and how good I feel now. And it's, you know, knowing how good I feel now compared to how bad I felt then, I just wanted other people to feel the same. I didn't want people to struggle with, you know, for ages through that balding period. I wanted them to get to this stage where you can embrace it, love yourself, work on yourself, keep progressing. And so here we are on YouTube helping people do that. Next question from Scott. Would you have reacted differently if you knew you were balding from the age 17? Oh, from a younger age, for example, age 17. Would I have reacted differently? I mean, it's hard to ask, right? Because it happened when it happened. But I think that quite possibly I would have found it more of a difficult struggle if I was younger. Okay, I don't think there's any question of that, right? There are less peers going through the same thing. But, you know, I've seen amazing strength through a lot of guys, a lot of younger guys going through this. And so I think that if I had been given the same sort of help, same information, I would like to think that I would have achieved the same outcome. Dropper's just chilling, eating grass there. Next question comes from Adrian Walsh. She says, why isn't there a cure for balding yet? Why do I think there's no cure for balding yet? I think the answer is probably one, you know, the hair loss industry is worth billions, okay, it's worth too much. Even without a cure, what they do is they play something off as a cure. You know, for example, the hair transplants, which of course we know that if you want to keep onto it, you need to combine it with the drugs. That stuff is worth too much money. If they found a cure, say a pill that could just, you know, reverse it, right? Then there's no money in that. I think that's a big part of it. I think that's a big reason. And also I think because of the scientific reasons for why your hair falls out with, you know, the DHT and things like that, the enzymes involved, I think it's just not as simple as, you know, it's not as simple as one process. We know that, you know, you can see from the side effects, right, from Propecia and things like that. In our bodies are rigged to be perfectly balanced, right? Homeostasis. As soon as you try to control one aspect, you're going to throw another aspect out of it. You're going to have to take more drugs to counteract those side effects. It just isn't worth it, okay? It just isn't worth it. To be honest, we don't need a cure. It happens just like we get older, okay? Just like we age in other areas. It happens, our metabolic rate slows, you know. What do? We lose muscular strength, bone density, okay? Guys, it's just a normal part of aging. Next question comes from Christian. What are the best clippers to use in your opinion? If you want something reliable, a nice buzz cut, go for the wall balding clippers, last you forever. And if you want something fun and convenient, small, compact, go for the Remington Quick Cut Pro. Next question here comes from Lucas, who was on the live series. He said, what's up, Harry? Have you ever thought about chopping your beard? I have. There was a time after I came back from Thailand and my beard was looking terrible. It had sort of shed quite drastically. Actually, it wasn't it was quite soon before I came back from China, actually. It had shed, it was looking really wispy, really thin, all straggly, and I thought, oh, I'm just going to get rid of it. It looks horrible. I thought it had gone past its sell-by date, but now it's looking quite healthy, and I'm really glad I didn't. Quail the Whale says, are you thinking of bringing out any new products, beard shaving related? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we've got the Bald Head Butter, of course, which is going fantastically. I'm super proud of that product, and you guys are loving it. Of course, guys, we got to bring out a shaving cream. I want to also bring out some sort of like beard products, beard wash, things like that. But I'm not just going to throw out anything. You know, it has to be just like the bald head butter. It needs to be slightly unique. Okay, it needs to really serve a purpose. So we're still working on them, but absolutely in the works. Lucas Sarah 23, your best memory as a bald man. Honestly, my best memory as a bald man, that's so good. I gotta say, my best memory as a bald man are probably some of the interviews that I've done in the live episodes. You know, I always say to those guys, and if you're watching this and you've done an interview with me, I say to you, you know, this is my favourite part about doing all this. And it really is. You know, my best memory as a bald man is when I've got someone there on the Skype call. You know, they're telling me about their struggles. They go away and shave it, and we come back, and, you know, they're a changed man. Okay, for the better. They're a changed man. Their life just completely changed for the good. That is honestly my best memory. And just all the DMs that I get, people thanking me, nothing beats it. Hand on heart, nothing beats it. Rude Dave's asking, what do I think about micropigmentation, right? SMP, scalp micropigmentation. There is a small space for it to help someone get enough confidence that they can use that confidence to get, you know, work on their employment, work on themselves in other areas, find confidence in those areas, so much so that that confidence then outweighs the confidence that the SMP gave them, and they can crack on with their life. If SMP is the thing that helped them do that, then I'm all for it. I think that there's a trend going around where people get it too dark and too lined up. Okay, we got guys quite late into their life getting a really sort of lined up hairstyle, whereas naturally, even if you weren't going completely bald, you would have that sort of recession, and it looks unnatural. Once you've looked at a lot of SMP, you can spot it. Okay, you just can. I think the general public, people that don't know much about it, maybe they can't. If it's a good job, they probably won't know it's been done. But if you know about that world, you can spot a bad job, and unfortunately there's a lot of them. I throw up a picture of a guy over in Australia. He got it done, right? He was proudly rocking the bald head for a long time, which I love to see it, and he got SMP done, and I was surprised that he did. But that's an example of it done well. Flavius E46 asks, thoughts of girls who get uninterested once they see you're shaved or that you shaved your head. You don't need them. Get yourself a girl who is neither here nor there about it or loves it. There's plenty of them out there. Philly Boy Fitness, if you were 15 and aggressively balding, do you think you would have handled it well? It would have been difficult, but I hope there would have been guys like us out there talking about it, you know, as a sort of, I want to say case study, like an example of, you know what, it sucks, but if you can deal with it, and you can work on the things you're good at, then you'll be fine. You'll have no problems. I like to think that would have been out there for me. Shawnee Boy 1287 asks, Harry, when you first shaved your head, did you feel difference in the cold weather? Yeah, absolutely, right? It's a bit nippy on the old head once with that fresh shave and a nice cold breeze. I like to wear hoodies quite a lot. And yeah, cold, but you know, nothing you can't handle. Nick, good old Nicky boy, is asking, you're a legend. Either way, which is better, Marvel or DC? I've got to admit, Nick, I'm not a big comic book guy. So much so that I think Marvel is like your Iron Man, your Captain America, and DC is like Batman. And I wouldn't know who else. I'm gonna say DC because I like Batman, especially the one with Bane in it. Famalalam420, how quickly did you accept baldness? It took me about 6 or 7 months to finally accept that, listen, I'm going to shave my head. This is the road we're going. This is how we're going to do it. Did getting a hair transplant or SMP ever cross your mind? No, it didn't. I never seriously entertained the idea of getting a hair transplant or SMP because I know that it's not a cure, and I knew that if I went down that road, it's not me. I'm doing something to sort of cover it up, change, and I know that it's a finite thing, right? It's gonna the happiness or the confidence I was gonna get from that, for me personally, would run out, and I would find something else in some other way to be happy, you know, to be unhappy about. Listen, the journey through going through this acceptance, through accepting the baldness, and then you learn other things. You just got to accept yourself. It just sets you up such a solid foundation for just doing great stuff. And honestly, like, that's one of the biggest blessings of losing your hair and going bald. You know, once you tackle it and you accept that, you accept all the other things that you've got going on, and suddenly a lot of things that you used to really worry about aren't such a big deal, and you leave so much room for the important stuff. Harith.oc asks, why you live in China? I lived in China for 5 years because I was there to teach English and to challenge myself. Slavdumper asks, is it possible that shaving your head accelerated your hair loss on the thinning parts? No. No science to back that whatsoever. Absolutely not. Nail Smithy asks, what does the bald butter do? The bald head butter, okay, once you've shaved your head, okay, it's dry, it takes a layer of that skin off, it's dry, it can get flaky, can get sore. The bald head butter is an all-natural, very simple ingredient profile remedy for that, okay? It's a post-shave balm, post-shave butter. You put it on your head, a little small amount, and it just feels fantastic. Smooth. It makes it feel clean. It doesn't leave your head super shiny, or it doesn't try to mat it out. Nice natural finish. Links in the description. Scaria asks, worst insult ever about your baldness? Honestly, the worst insult I'd ever have is when I had arrived back in the UK for not very long, and there was some like 15-year-old girl smoking and swearing and loitering, and she was just doing some weird thing, and I think she just like lashed out and she said like, you bold twat or something, you boldy twat or something like that. She's like, shut up, you boldy twat. And I just looked at her, and I walked back over to her and I said, I really hope that you get the help you need to feel the need to lash out and just say stupid stuff like that. You must have some stuff going on, and good luck with it. And that's how I responded, and she didn't really say anything after that. She probably told me to F off or something. But honestly, in all the years, that's probably the worst. Although I do get I do get comments here on YouTube, like there's a guy so persistent with like, you're not happy, you're obviously not happy because you're still making videos about your baldness, you're depressed. And I'm like, dude, the same thing really. I wish you the best. I'm none of those things, and I hope that you can find happiness. That's probably the worst I've had. D. Bernard asks, how do you know when it's time to shave? Really don't want to let it go as I'm only 25. I let it go at 25, 26. How do you know when it's time? If you are constantly thinking about it, if it's changed your life in any way negatively, for example, you have to go to the bathroom to check, you're scared of the wind, you can't go out for nights out because you can't wear your hat, you worry about always needing to wear a hat, you're constantly checking, you're getting your phone out, you're taking pictures of it. If you're doing any of that crazy stuff that you just shouldn't be doing, then it's time to shave it off. It really is. Next question, SMP a good option? Honestly, work on yourself, you don't need it. Dr. Skirt asks, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Great question. I've just got married. We're back here in the UK. In 5 years' time, we want to have at least 200,000 subscribers here on the YouTube channel. We will have done the documentary over in India on hair loss. I will have done a US tour, a UK tour. In 5 years' time, I hope that Baldcafe is my absolute main pursuit. I want to have a book written by then. I want to have been on TV by then, having this debate that acceptance is the way. In 5 years' time, it's going to be glorious. Our man Charlie is asking, what is your new job and how's it going so far? So far, the new job is going great. It's long, hefty hours, okay? I start at 5:30 in the morning, so I get up at about 4:20 in the morning. And I finish at about 2:30 in the afternoon. Let's just say I work on a farm. Okay, that's all I can really say at the moment. And it creates a challenge because I'm pretty tired. I come home, I need to gym, I need to walk the dogs here, got to cook, and of course, hammer Baldcafe, okay? Obviously, I don't have as much free time as I did when I was out in China, but it's going good. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. You got to make it happen. I can't make excuses like, oh, I'm tired and stuff like that. I sleep less than I have been for a long time, but it is what it is. It's going well. Adam Sunji asks, is it normal to get bumps on your head after 1 day's growth? How to avoid them? Check out the video on my page about how to reduce irritation and shaving bumps. Is it normal? It's not unnormal. Is that a word? It's not uncommon, okay? It's not uncommon, But maybe check out your shaving technique. Check out the products that you're using. Might be irritating your skin slightly. Take it easy. Take your time with that head shave. Build it up. And yeah, if you can get rid of those bumps or any irritation, then that's a good thing to do. MT Hom 8 MT. How do you mentally prepare to show off your new shaved head to your friends and family? Honestly, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and you got to say, I've done this for myself. I was tired of feeling like crap about that balding hair. This is me. This is me now. This is me from now on. You better love it because I love it. And you go out there to that friends and family and say, yeah, man, balding sucked. I decided, you know what? I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to rock the shaved look. It's a good, clean, solid, attractive, manly look. This is me now. It's what it is. And there's nothing anyone negative. Nothing to say about that's negative at all. That's exactly how you should do it. And do an epic post on Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Like the new me. That's how I did it. The new me. And everyone loved it. Ross Zhao 420 is asking, do you believe that shaving your head will impact your dating life in a negative way in your early 20s? If you are relying on Tinder, online dating pictures where you don't have the ability for the people to meet you, you can't be in their those people you want to date can't be in your epic strong presence, then yeah, it will. Okay, it totally will. We spoke to Mike Delaney about this. If you're just going based on looks, there will be girls out there that will be like, oh no, I'm not really into the shaved head. Okay, and maybe you get less swipes. There won't be no swipes, okay? But maybe there will be less. But hey, if the girl or the woman or the man or the boy or whoever you want to date is not going to like you at face value, okay, then you don't need them, okay? There's plenty more. You don't even need to worry about it or sort of think like, oh, that would have been nice, or like, oh, what if those people don't like me? If they don't like you, they don't like you. Find people that do like you. There's plenty of them, and get out there in as many places where you can stand tall and you can dress however you want to bloody dress, and you can tell people about all the amazing shit you're doing now that you're not worrying about your hair. SH3IKH asks, profession outside of YouTube? I work on a farm. Mr. Johnny 90, what your favourite, no, he didn't say that, he said your favourite football club, if any. Plymouth Argyle Football Club, who are in League 2, not doing badly at the moment, okay, is my team. Been supporting them forever. The family team, that's where we're from. Been to see them play loads. Plymouth Argyle, up the Barmy Army. Green Army. Gua ask, did you see a difference with women between the balding head and then going with the shaved head? I'm going to be totally honest, okay? When I had my little sexy hairstyle, my nice little clothes, I was like the pretty boy, you know, no substance to me, just like that outward handsome appearance walking around China. I would hear a lot of people say, oh, 那边就有一个帅哥. Okay, there's a handsome man over there. Oh, 帅哥, 帅哥. And especially when I first went, when I was younger, like 23, 24, a lot of like, girls, boys, women, whoever would come and want to take pictures with me. Yeah, that's because I'm a foreigner. Yeah, because I'm foreign out there. It's like a novelty. But also because, yeah, to them, in that normal mainstream appearance, I was more handsome. But I can tell you now, I was not even 20% of the man that is sat before you here when I had that hair. So, yeah, if I was still that single man... In fact, you know what? This sounds so cocky, but I honestly think if I was on the dating scene, okay, I'm happily married, but if I'd never met my wife, right, and I'm still dating, it wouldn't affect... If I was the same man I am now, it wouldn't hold me back. It absolutely wouldn't, because I've got way more confidence now than I did then. No word, no question of it, okay? I found confidence, like where I'm actually confident, and I can now take that out there into the big bad world, right? Back then with my little hair, my little hairstyle and my little shirt, I was like not Jack the Lad out on the town, like, oh hey, talking to everyone. That wasn't me. I don't know, maybe you could say I hadn't found myself, or yeah, like I said, I didn't really know where my true confidence was. So yeah, is what it is. Marcel Rap 27, skinny jeans or tracksuit? Tracksuit all the way. This is like my favourite outfit. I love a tracksuit, nice little jacket on it. I've been wearing this stuff for ages. Because, for example, now we're doing this video in a minute. Going to drive home, have a little protein bar, hit the gym. I can wear this. Okay, tracksuit all day. Next question. Genius. Any specific way in how to deal with family or friends making fun of shaving your hair off? Listen, this is the reality. If anyone is making fun of you, trying to bring you down, even if it's a joke, like, oh, I'm just joking, the reason is because they're insecure and they see someone trying to better themselves. That then makes them feel bad about themselves, okay? Because they're not doing things to get over their insecurity. Now, I'm not saying bad about anyone's family. This is just human nature, okay? So don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Recognize it for what it is. If anyone is taking the piss out of you, even if it's family members, okay, they're maybe not doing it to be like harsh or a knob. It's because they have got something that they're probably insecure about or struggling with, and they see you cracking on with your life, and they're like, uh-oh, this person's trying to better themselves, but you need to stay here with me and my insecurities. We need to be on the same level. I feel threatened by this. So they're going to be like, oh, don't do that, you'll look silly. Because they're thinking, oh, no, he's actually going to look good and he's actually going to like himself. So that's how you deal with it. Just recognize it for what it is and don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I've got videos that talk loads about that. Search it up on the channel, how to deal with balding comments, things like that. Yes, you'll be fine, man. He also asks, what to do if you're not really sure about having a thick enough beard? If you're not sure about having a thick enough beard, rock a 5 o'clock shadow. 5 o'clock shadow. It's about 5 o'clock now, actually. Rock the shadow. Rock a little bit of hair here, bit of hair here. Just rock what you can. Rock what you've got. And know that if you're young, right, like sub 26, beards get better with age. They really do. I had nothing when I was like 22, 23. My beard sucked. Patchy, thin, rubbish. And now, I think it's fine. So just rock what you got, okay? You don't need to have a big beard like this. You honestly don't. Here from Agostino Ferraro. Not a question, but I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for helping me accept myself. Dude, Agostino, you honestly have no idea just how good that makes me feel to know that me sharing my story and helping other people share their story about hair loss and the truth, just out here talking about it. Yeah, hello, you seen this little thin horseshoe here where I'm bald? Guess what? Doesn't matter, okay? Guess what? It doesn't matter. Me doing that and knowing that it's helped you is just the best thing. The sun is setting over there, okay? And you're saying stuff like that. Thank you, man. Just, if you want to thank me, go out there now, like, worry-free about any of this hair loss stuff and just be the best dude you can be. Help other people through their stuff. You know, if any guy wants to talk to you about his hair loss, help him out too. Go smash all your goals and just be an epic bloke. So thank you. Is it bad for you a person got a hair transplant? I mean, everybody can do what they want. No, dude. It's not bad for me if someone gets a hair transplant. And if someone wants to get a hair transplant, it's not bad either. Listen, if someone wants to get a hair transplant only to find out that 5 years later, it's not giving them what they thought it was going to give them, right? It's not giving them that thick, lovely hair, okay? And later on they have to, I don't know, shave it or they get SMP. Listen, as long as eventually they find peace with it, right, then it's not bad at all. For some people, that's just the journey they have to go through, right? But I would say just think long and hard if you want to do that. No one's a bad person because they got a hair transplant. I can totally understand why people get it. And it doesn't make people a bad person. I just want people to really think about it and really evaluate, do I genuinely need this, right? Do I need this or do I just feel like I need this? Come here, money. Oh. What specific music do I like? Guys, I listen to Tiesto Club Life podcast. New one comes out every week. It's totally free. Absolute banging tunes. That's what I listen to. I'm 22 years old and I'm going bald. I'm going for a bald transplantation. Is it better or total shave? Listen, saying no to what? How can I say this, man? Shaving your head's better. Ricky, my man Ricky, how great does it feel to have such an incredible effect on so many lives? Ricky, I honestly can't put it into words. And I've said it before, but you specifically, your episode I did with you also rubbed off on me It really had a positive impact on me, and it, like, if I was like 100% committed, afterwards I was like 200% committed, and I can't put it into words. It feels like my calling, right? It feels like my calling, and that might sound a bit cocky or whatever, but yeah, it feels great. And everyone who thanks me, thank you. McKay Halcrow, I've been told that I don't have the head shape to pull off the bold look. What do I do now? You go to that person, you say, why do you think I don't have the right head shape? Okay, and they'll say some crap like, oh, I just think like you need a really like epic, perfect shaped head to rock the bold look. And you say, well, you're talking rubbish, mate, because I've got a normal shaped head. Listen, unless you have been born, and you know there are people out there that have got this, but with some sort of like real like genetic defect, or I don't know, you've had to have an operation because you've got something wrong with your skull or something. Unless you've got, unfortunately, that sort of condition, there's nothing wrong with your head shape. Don't overthink it. Every guy, including me, overthinks it, only to realise like, oh, I've got a normal ass shaped head. Because just like no one is worrying about your shaved head, no one's worrying about the shape of your skull either. I know it sounds harsh, I know it sounds direct, but it's true. Don't overthink it, man. Don't listen to that person. Marcom 20, best equipment to buzz the dome. Let's just say if I had to pick one. Good question. If I had to only pick one, I would choose the Wall balding clippers. What is your biggest regret in life? Wow. Good question. What is my biggest regret in life? You know what? I'm going to be totally honest here. When I was younger and a teenager, I swore at my mum, and not just any swear word, like horrific. Because I was, young, a little shitbag. You're growing up, you're going through puberty, all that stuff, and I swore at her, and it haunts me to this day because my mum, your parents, right? They do everything for you. And do I actually want to talk about this? I try to forget about it, but I feel shamed by it. And especially when I went away to China, and my parents weren't there. I didn't have them there. I saw them once a year. You appreciate them and the people around you that do stuff for you so much more. So, oh God, even just thinking about it makes me cringe. That's the worst thing I've ever done. Honestly, that's biggest regret. Anyway, let's not get too deep on that one. With dot out, have you studied anything? Yeah, I got a degree in biology from Plymouth Uni. I did biological sciences there, and I also did Chinese, and I got HSK 5. Of course I studied, man. Come on, what are you saying here? Perisicle, do you feel Baldcafe has helped your own self-esteem about going bald and owning it? Man, hands down, right? Absolutely. Mainly because of the fulfillment aspect of it, being able to pass that on, being able to put out there the advice that helped me, help other people. Yeah, and obviously, being on camera, talking about it all the time. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of what we do here. I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of all of it. So yeah, man, it definitely helped me. Doing this Baldcafe helped me. Of course. Skadoodle 23. What was the first cartridge razor you used to shave your head? The first cartridge razor I used to shave my head was, I think it was a Gillette Fusion Pro 5 Glide something. Is that what it's called? Gillette Fusion Pro Glide. Gillette Fusion 5 Pro Glide. I think that's what it's called. That was the first one I ever used. Oh. Bold Photography 94. How often do you shave your head? Well, it used to be religiously, like every other day, every 2 days, right? Then it got to like every 3 days, and you can see now it's been like 5 days. The Harry's razor changed that for me because I could get away with not shaving for like 4 days, and I don't need to buzz it down. I can still just use that, and it works great. So I'm just super relaxed about it now. So now I don't let it go more than like a week because then I've got to buzz it and then shave it, and it's more hassle that way. But yeah, let's just say 4 days. French Puge asks, fashion for bald men. this. I wear the same outfit every day. I am not the best one for fashion, right? Because I like to keep it simple. I don't want to overthink my clothes, my style. I wear what's comfortable and what I like, and I don't overthink it, because I think if you just add in all these things like fashion and that, it's good to dress up and whatnot and feel good, but wear what you feel good and what you like. Don't think, oh, I'm going to wear this because other people will think I look good. I think that's a bit of a key again. Wear what you like. For me, it's this, right? My trainers here, my white Converse that I wear all the time, my white socks, and my jacket with the hoodie. That's my fashion. That's what I wear all the time. Love it. Ashish Solanki. I recently shaved my head, but people say that I still have a lot of hair left. What do I do? Dude, if you feel more comfortable and happier with your shaved head, then don't pay any attention to what other people say, because it's the same thing. They say, oh no, you shouldn't have done that, but they can't relate, right? So if you did it because it felt horrible losing your hair and you just wanted that out of your life, you wanted to crack on, then don't listen to them, man. Just listen to yourself. Do what you want, do what you love. You do you. Kong Geneva Loco. What is the earliest you are going bald and look normal? I guess it's like, can you shave your head if you're really young? Dude, just do it. It's not necessarily about it's not about how you look to other people, right? It's about how you feel. You do you. Dejin, 1990. What is your ultimate goal in life? Not anything with balding, just in general. My ultimate goal in life, I want to be financially stable, doing something that I love. I want to live in a beautiful place, like by the sea, and I want to be able to provide for my family. Those are my main goals. By provide for my family, I mean just like all my family, even my parents and things like that, and my wife's parents, and of course me and my wife. You know, to a point where I can just do awesome stuff, like, you know, giving, just give back, right? That's my goal, man. When are we getting a podcast for the Indian and Pakistani community on your channel? Hey, if you want to be on the podcast, if you want to do an interview with me, then email me. The email is in the description box. Reed's College, what's next? Good question, man. What is next? Next, I need to get Bald Head Butter International. That's a big goal. And you know what is next? I actually need to sit down and think about what's next in terms of videos, right? I've got my podcast gear, so I need to do some more on-the-road podcasts, especially with a woman. But not because of, like, I want to do loads on alopecia necessarily. More because I just want to know about how people in areas of, like, tough times, how they get past them, right? And branch out into that. I'm also working on my fitness, so I'm hopefully gonna put some fitness content together, because again, it's all to do with, you know, improving yourself. And there's other YouTubers that I want to collaborate with, especially in the areas of like men's mental health and things like that. Maybe a trip to Norway on the cards, and I've got to go to India to do a documentary. I've just got to. Does the shape of my head suit a bald and beard look? Looking for answers. Yes, it does. It just does. Any inspiration pics of guys who can't grow beards that went bald? Yes, there's a couple of guys on the YouTube channel who didn't have beards, okay? They look fantastic. And on the Instagram, check out the Instagram. There are guys on there who aren't growing beards, and they look marvellous. Also, guys in the mainstream media, check out Johannes Bartel. He also shaved head, decent, naturally obtainable body, no beard, looks mega. A lot of people asking about the head shape, how to deal with weird shaped head. Please don't overthink the head shape thing. You don't have a weird shaped head. Where do you think you'd be now in regards to your life in general if you'd never lost your hair? That is such a good question. If I'd never lost my hair, I probably would be the same, spinning my wheels, plain Jane that I was, searching for answers, searching for a purpose in my life, reading loads of self-help, The Power of Now, Crush It by Gary Vee, looking for an answer. And honestly, the answer came when my hair started falling out. I know it sounds hocus pocus, magical, but it's absolutely true. Next one, neutral hybrid. Did you shed a lot of hair in the shower before? Yeah, I did. I really did. And I didn't notice it very well because I didn't pay much attention to it. But There was hair like all over the walls when I would use the hairdryer, and in the sink when I was younger. Okay, check out the podcast I did with my dad to see more details on that, like when I would wash my hair in the shower. Very young, like 14, 15, there was a lot of hair in that plug hole. Medri has asked, what was the most difficult challenge you faced while going bald? How did you overcome it? Honestly, the most difficult challenge about going bald was I had to stop myself from always moaning. Not moaning, it's not moaning. What is the word? Being super negative around my girlfriend about it, like wallowing in my self-pity, because like making my problems her problems, because that is so unattractive, and that could have been a total disaster, quite honestly, in terms of the relationship, because I was always going to like, oh, I feel terrible about my hair, and then she'd say like, well, do something about it, and I'd be like, oh, I don't know what to do, and then she'd be like, well, shut up then. Like, you either do something about it, or you just keep, just do something about it. So I did something about it. Does someone still make fun of you for being bald? How do you react to them? No, not really, no one. And if someone does, I know it's because they are struggling to deal with stuff that they've got going on in their life. So I say, listen, good luck. If you need anything, just ask. I answered that one. Okay, guys, those were all the questions you had for me for Instagram. And you know what? I'm going to do a separate Q&A with the questions from the YouTube communities tab, because this has been a nice long Q&A. I've answered all your questions, so thank you so much. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that Q&A. The dogs here, they're sleeping. They're a little bit cold. We're going to get them home. The sun's going down over there. And if you made it this far to the end of the video, I'm looking at you right now, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. 25,000 subscribers. It's not the number, it's the reach, right? I said early on, helping. Hey guys, welcome to Baldcafe, the channel that is 100% dedicated helping guys around the world deal with their balding bravely and confidently. And the more people that are involved, that like the video, that comment, that share, that talk about it, that search for it, all of that stuff, you help someone who genuinely needs to see the video, that would really benefit from that little confidence boost. You help them see it. So just thank you so much, right? We've still got so much work to do. I'm as dedicated as ever. I love this thing. I love you guys. Oh, man, I love this YouTube channel. I'm so thankful. And guys, just thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. This is only the beginning. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep doing this. I'll be back very soon, guys, for another video here on the Baldcafe YouTube channel. Goodbye. Goodbye, man. Yes, no goodbye, but I'll see you soon. And thank you. Come on, let's go. Good boys. It's getting cold now, isn't it? You want to say something? Hello? Money? Chubby?